Backstage news on Dominik Mysterio. Heading into the Royal Rumble. Hello guys. Welcome to my channel. I am Elena. Have a nice day. For the latest news update, please subscribe the channel and press the bell icon. Dominik Mysterio's status heading into the Royal Rumble remains uncertain as questions continue to surround his health and recent absence from WWE television. On WrestleVotes Live on Fightful Select, it was noted that Mysterio has not appeared on Raw in the past couple of weeks following his reported injury. He was also not featured in front of the live crowd at a recent AAA taping, further fueling speculation that he is still dealing with lingering physical issues. As of now, Mysterio is not officially advertised as a participant in the Men's Royal Rumble match. While his image has appeared on general Royal Rumble promotional materials, WrestleVotes cautioned that this should not be viewed as confirmation of his involvement, as similar graphics often include talent regardless of their final status. A clearer picture is expected once the event gets underway. If Dirty Dom does not appear at all during the Royal Rumble, it would likely indicate that WWE still has health concerns regarding his condition. That said, WrestleVotes suggested there is still an expectation that the current WWE Intercontinental and AAA Mega Champion could be present at the Royal Rumble in some capacity. The belief is that he may appear earlier in the show without physically competing, potentially playing a supporting role for the female Judgment Day members, who will compete in the Women's Royal Rumble, rather than entering the Men's Rumble match. This would allow him to be involved without risking further injury. WWE is heading to Saudi Arabia this weekend with a massive surprise in tow. Turkey Al Sheikh officially announced the signing of Fahd Tuwaik, born Fahad Salih, a mountain of a man who looks to become the company's first true super heavyweight from the kingdom. Tuwaik isn't just a big body, he's an elite athlete, with championships in both powerlifting and arm wrestling. While most fans are just learning his name, WWE has been grooming him behind the scenes for months. He has already spent time at the Performance Center in Orlando, and WWE felt confident enough in his potential to trademark his name back in December. Fahd said the following about his signing: "WWE is my stage to change the world. I want to make my country proud, and I will do so in WWE." The timing of the announcement is no accident. With SmackDown and the Royal Rumble taking place in Saudi Arabia over the next few days, Tuwaik is perfectly positioned to make a high-impact debut in front of a hometown crowd. Whether he enters the 30-man Rumble or appears on SmackDown, WWE has clearly found a local hero who has the size and the strength to become a permanent fixture on the main roster. Update on Rey Mysterio's Royal Rumble status after getting injured on Raw. During a match against Austin Theory on Raw, Rey Mysterio appeared to suffer an injury that immediately raised concern about his status for the Royal Rumble. At ringside, the referee flashed the X hand signal, which WWE uses internally to indicate a legitimate medical situation. As Austin Theory and The Vision continued their post-match attack, Mysterio was noticeably missing from the chaos. Instead of rejoining the fight, he remained slumped on the apron as trainers rushed to check on him. Brian Alvarez later confirmed that the injury was real, noting that Mysterio was discreetly escorted backstage, while the broadcast cut to a Natalya vignette to keep the situation off camera. Given the timing, the scare was especially alarming, as WWE's Saudi Arabia shows are only days away. Mysterio also entered the situation after an injury-plagued 2025, having returned late in the year only to recently deal with another minor setback. However, there is now optimism regarding his condition. Dave Meltzer of the Wrestling Observer reports that the initial outlook backstage is that the injury is not considered serious. Although WWE has not released any medical specifics, there is said to be internal optimism about Mysterio's condition. At this point, he is still expected to compete in the 30-man Royal Rumble match this Saturday. Royal Rumble Showdown puts Rhea Ripley against Io Sky in final Rio match. Rhea Ripley and Io Sky enter the Women's Royal Rumble as a dominant tag team, but friendship may end as Rio faces breakup while competing for championship glory tonight event. The WWE tag team, which fans love most, will compete at the Royal Rumble to determine their final match. Rhea Ripley and Io Sky have formed an effective tag team that competes successfully in their matches. The two wrestlers began their partnership some time ago, which led to their victory of the WWE Women's Tag Team Championship. Rio split imminent as Ripley and Sky face off in Royal Rumble. The Kabuki Warriors and Judgment Day and Bayley and Lyra Valkyria and various other teams compete for the same championship titles. The participants will compete in the Rumble match. The WWE Royal Rumble will feature Rhea Ripley and Io Sky as competitors. The Royal Rumble will end the wrestling partnership of Ripley and Sky, who form the team Rio. Ripley and Io Sky set sights on last two standing in Women's Royal Rumble. On the kickoff show, the Eradicator and Io Sky performed together and talked about how they plan to perform in the Women's Royal Rumble match. Ripley said, "The difference this year is I won't be going in alone. We're going to make sure that we're the last two standing, and we're going to fight it out for that winning spot, just like we do best." The two stars appeared to be happy, yet their cheerful state might result in a violent breakup between them. The Royal Rumble show will disclose all information about the upcoming event, which will start in just a few hours. Also read, 2 points, semi-final, and 1 spot. Here's how Pakistan can reach U19 WC knockout after England qualified. Roman Reigns and Rhea Ripley lead the charge as Royal Rumble mayhem hits Riyadh. WrestleMania 42 may still be some distance away, but the journey toward the grandest stage of them all officially gathers momentum this weekend as World Wrestling Entertainment, WWE, reaches its most unpredictable checkpoint, the Royal Rumble. Set for Saturday, January 31st at 6 p.m. SA time, the event marks the true beginning of the road to WrestleMania, where destinies can change in an instant and careers can be reshaped in dramatic fashion. Hosted in Riyadh, Saudi Arabia, the land of endless horizons and towering ambition, the Royal Rumble once again promises a night where championships, legacies, and WrestleMania dreams hang in the balance. With titles on the line and 2 blockbuster 30-person battle royals set to headline proceedings, the stage is set for a spectacle designed to shape the months ahead on WWE's calendar. As always, the Rumble offers the most direct path to a WrestleMania main event. Champions face mounting pressure to defend their titles, while challengers lurk with intent, aware that a single victory can reshape their careers entirely. The winner earns the right to challenge the world champion of their choice at the 2-night event. Lying in wait will be CM Punk, who continues to carry both momentum and unfinished business. Fresh from bruising encounters with Finn Balor in Belfast and most recently AJ Styles, the scars of betrayal still linger after Paul Heyman's shocking turn at WrestleMania 41, which helped usher in Seth Rollins' vision. All eyes will be on Punk as he observes who emerges victorious, knowing the outcome could shape his path toward WrestleMania and future championship opportunities. USO returns as the defending Battle Royal winner, having converted last year's triumph into a WrestleMania 41 victory over the hard-hitting Gunther for the World Heavyweight Championship. With history on his side, USO will be determined to prove that success was no fluke, as 30 men once again chase the same prize on Saturday night. The men's field is stacked with star power, led by the tribal chief Roman Reigns, who will be aiming to capture only his second Royal Rumble victory. Gunther, meanwhile, enters with unfinished business of his own. the Austrian powerhouse still holds the record for the longest time spent in a Royal Rumble match. 1 hour and 11 minutes in 2023, and faces a daunting workload as he is set to clash with AJ Styles in a high-stakes encounter where Styles' career will be on the line, with defeat forcing him into retirement. For Cody Rhodes, recent weeks have been turbulent. Having seen his championship taken by Drew McIntyre, Rhodes now begins a familiar path toward redemption. A Royal Rumble victory would see him join Stone Cold Steve Austin as the only men to win the match 3 times, with former ally Randy Orton standing directly in his way, also chasing that record dot. While the Rumble has launched countless WrestleMania dreams, it has also shattered many. McIntyre will be hoping to avoid the latter as he defends his WWE Championship against Sami Zayn in a clash loaded with emotion and consequence. The women's division continues to grow in stature and depth. Since Asuka broke barriers in 2018 as the first female Royal Rumble winner, the women's match has become a cornerstone of the event. Charlotte Flair leads the charge as a 2-time winner, while Rhea Ripley, Nia Jax, Liv Morgan, and Becky Lynch add further intrigue. As tradition dictates, no Royal Rumble would be complete without surprise entrants. With unexpected returns and shocking debuts almost guaranteed, the unpredictability only heightens anticipation on a night where the road to WrestleMania truly begins. Rhea Ripley names which champion she'd challenge with WWE. Royal Rumble win. Rhea Ripley has her eyes on a specific prize. Ripley was the first woman to announce she was entering the 2026 Women's Royal Rumble. As of now, the field currently sits at 17 confirmed competitors. The winner will earn a shot at either the WWE Women's Championship or the Women's World Championship. However, it sounds like the Eradicator already has a good idea of who she wants to challenge at WrestleMania. During a recent interview with WrestleZone, Ripley said that she loves big, strong women, teasing a potential showdown with Jade Cargill or Jordynne Grace. However, WWE Raw on Netflix is her home, and she's also got history with the Women's World title. You know, as much as I love big, strong women going at it, I don't think I want to leave Raw and the Women's World Championship, Rhea Ripley said. That's always been my baby. I was the first ever Women's World Champion, and I miss that title. I miss it. I want it back at some point, obviously, she added. So I think that a first off between me and Stephanie could be really awesome to see, so I think I'd pick Stephanie. Before that happens, Rhea Ripley must win the 2026 Women's Royal Rumble match. Stephanie Vaquer also has a huge test ahead on the February 2nd episode of Raw if she hopes to remain champion. Vaquer is set to defend her title in a Philadelphia street fight against Judgment Day's Raquel Rodriguez, who finally got another opportunity at the title. Vaquer and Rodriguez have been feuding for several weeks, and that spilled over onto this week's episode of SmackDown. Check out full results from this week's show, which took place in Riyadh, Saudi Arabia here.